Yes, sir. Rockwood 8335 here at Haylet RV of Coldwater, Michigan. This is the update and replacement for the classic 8315 front kitchen, rear bedroom. Very popular model for a number of years, but finally somebody looked at this and said, I think we can make this a little bit better, and it's really not that complicated. And what they did is simple, it's smart, and it's gorgeous inside and out. At the time of this filming, this is the most up-to-date Rockwood on the market with all the newest bells, whistles, widgets, and whiz-bangs. This is also not a standard base model unit. We've got some nice upgrades on here, so if you'd like to see how much we're asking with its specific set of equipments with the discount packages we have available from the manufacturer at this time, I leave you a link down here. It says check for price and availability. If we got one in stock, we'll show you how it's equipped, length, weight, tank capacities, obviously price tag. You know, we publish all that out here, and our price doesn't change if you do or don't have a trade. We don't play those games. So let's get dug in. There's a lot to talk about here. First thing that's going to catch me every time on these Rockwood signatures is this gorgeous, like, European bullet train nose cap. Sharp, and it's a painted cap as well. The dark spots you see over here, that's paint with like a layer of diamond shield on the bottom. You can see that it does have stone deflection, which not every full nose cap does have. I do like that they don't encapsulate tanks and batteries here. By not doing that, they allow the opportunity for like bigger tanks and things. Power awning, power tongue jack, but more than that, it's a higher grade component. It's like the 9000 series motor instead of the 3 or the 6. Just in English, better components mean a better experience in RV. You're going to see the full skin color package on here. In previous years, there was diamond and platinum edition. They phased those out. Most of the stuff that were in those packages are now standards. Man, I love that high gloss. Look at the reflectivity on that. Holy cow. If I stood in front of this, my bald head would blind you, and I don't want to do that. I want you to keep watching this video. But the skin color, you can still add the nice clay or tan skin color to this, whatever you want to call it. The slam latch baggage doors you see here, again, not every brand has the nicer metal paddle latches. Some of them have the plastic ones, which can get a little brittle in the cold or too much sun. And even on a horizontally opening door, they still have a magnetic baggage latch. And see how it kind of catches that for us. Fun little thing they did here is they added a front compartment door to a front kitchen. And what that lets you do is get to this storage area here that's under the kitchen counter that otherwise you just have no way of getting to it. They allowed you to do that. And this one in this video is equipped with a big residential refrigerator. That's an inverter, so you can run that thing going down the road so that your milk doesn't spoil. Obviously, we've got great windows here, and you can see out of them, but you really can't see into them, and that does a couple things. First of all, privacy. The way I envision this RV being used, because I kind of have an idea, like we have ideas for everyone, and personally, your personal use may differ, but I see this thing going into a park, setting most of the time, and the fact that there were no slide outs on the door side means it's just begging for someone to put one of those big beautiful decks up next to it. It's funny because at the end of the day, Rockwood's the #1 selling lightweight on the market. I mean, overall, nobody sells more ultralights than Rockwood. They are the king of the lightweight world. They're not the dollar cheaper option, but they are the highest level lightweight on the market. They're the retirement lightweight, Rockwood's retirement level. It's the only true, the Signature Series here is the only true luxury ultralight I feel is really on the market. There's some luxury fifth wheels, but this has a lot of those same features in an ultralight shell. So what that means is if you're gonna tow it, you can. This is only 7,990 pounds, by the way. So depending on your truck, potentially, comfortably, half-ton towable. If you have a 3/4 ton, you're going to yank this all over the United States and never even flinch. Rockwoods are fully 6-sided vacuum laminated, not just sidewalls, but slide walls. Also the roof, the floor, even a 1-inch laminated wall behind the nose cap, which nobody does that behind a nose cap. I've never seen anyone else do that. So, fully aluminum framed, laminated, insulated. Underbelly, forced air heated with, if you see that vent right down there, it has a hot air return, or well, exhaust rather, so that the heat you pump into the underbelly can continue to cycle and not just build pressure and encapsulate. Now, to take it one step further, they have standardized 12-volt tank heater pads on their Rockwoods. What they've found through testing is that down to -25 degrees constant temperature, their tanks with those heater pads running do not freeze. At -25, it starts to get sludgy. At -40, the tanks finally froze. That does not mean the entire RV is rated to negative 40 degrees. Please don't confuse the two, because you still have water lines. Now, the water lines are in enclosed heated underbelly. They should be good extended season camping, but no ultralight that really exists can be truly 0 to 100 degree tested. This will probably perform fine in 100 degree temps, but below sub-freezing, I don't have a hard number I can give you on that. And that's going to be true of all lightweights. That's not just a Rockwood. But what that means is, unless it's Alaska weather, you're fine. This is probably the very best insulated lightweight on the market. You'll notice too, all windows will also open for ventilation, which is fantastic. The roof, true full walkable. It's like a zero flex laminated roof. I can walk all over that thing and it doesn't even flinch. We have added the aluminum enclosure around the awning that was present in the Diamond package last year. So if you were looking for the Diamond edition, we've essentially recreated it here. But what that does is, while the RV is in storage, it keeps it protected from the sun, the wind, the rain, the harsh weather. And you can see that protection right there. So it's going to keep the weather from degrading and shredding your awning over time. It's not going to happen the first year or two, but this is for long-term use and ownership. Outside grilling station here, we have included a grill with it. It comes with its own little prep table as well. That's why this bar is so long. You can have a grill and a place to set your platter right here. And this is next to outside TV hookups. If you choose to add a TV outside, you can slot it right in that little bracket right there and good to go. Let's talk suspension. That's a big difference on Rockwoods, and I think it's one of the reasons that they hold up long term even when you are towing them, is because they have the best suspension on the market. Their leaf springs are fine. The leaf springs with a rubber shock dampener in between them, those are good too. Those are better. This is best still. This is an independent basically dual independent torsion axle and suspension. Not just axle, but suspension as well. You see there's no chuck that joins the two. Each wheel has its own independent tracking. To give you an idea, guys, the only other brand that's mainstream that uses that is Airstream. It is $500 more per axle to do that, but it allows this RV to soak up more kinetic energy at the ground level before your RV all your fasteners get stressed. It avoids stress in your coach. The patio door here, the sliding patio door, that is a option that we've put on this. But again, we look at this and say somebody's going to have this thing at a park. This is an extended use RV. This is not a weekend camper. So we think that you're really going to enjoy that. Hopping upstairs here, inside, this is the, what is this, Winston decor? I don't know, there's a couple different decors. That's actually one of the reasons I leave you the link in that video, because we could have 3, 4 of these equipped identically, and they could look drastically different cosmetically inside. Because your fabric decor, your flooring, your wood tones, all of those things can change. So Rockwood allows you more flexibility than just about anybody else to dress it up. They've got an amazing LED lighting package in here, so you can really light the sucker up. Rockwood Signature Series actually has more lights per square foot than anybody else in the trailer market. That's a big thing with them, is they want it to be nice and bright and comfortable in here, because they do see you using this long term. Now, the furniture, like if you just look at this slide out and then a front kitchen, you're like, nothing's changed. It's this furniture back here. What they did is they extended the RV 2 feet. That allowed them to change the furniture and entertainment arrangement, because front kitchens had awful entertainment centers. That's just a hard fact. They used to have the hide-a-bed over here. They stretched the coach out to put the hide-a-bed there, so when the hide-a-bed opens, it doesn't cut off the camper. Now, what they did is they put a theater seat here that sits directly across from the entertainment center. Now you see that TV swings out. So if you don't have any guests, if there's no one sitting on the sofa, the TV can face right at you. Or you can tilt it to face over here at the dining table, so you can even have some dining entertainment. Or, if you have guests, you can crank this sideways, and because that's a nice quality high-def Toshiba, it has true 180-degree viewing. So you get a good view of the screen, like it doesn't get dark and fuzzy no matter where you sit. It's always good. So this and this are what they changed to make it absolutely outstanding. It's finally a front kitchen that I enjoy sitting in instead of just visiting. Front kitchens were always good for visiting a friend. They weren't good for actually being in it yourself, you know. The IRV entertainment system down here only does everything AM, FM, CD, DVD, Bluetooth. It's got high def. wiring run to the TV. It's got high def inputs on the front if you want to add like a Blu-ray or a satellite or something. Electric space heating fireplace, so you don't need to burn up your propane to heat the RV, and that's a 5100 BTU. There are different size electric fireplaces. This is the bigger one. This is the exact same one they use in the $100,000 luxury fifth wheels. That's one of the reasons I call this a true luxury ultralight that nothing else can really match. Now, there's a huge difference, and I literally mean in size, between the last year's Rockwood Signature and this one, and that is the walls. The moment I stepped inside this, I just went, holy cow, it's big in here, and I started measuring. On Rockwood Signatures, they moved up from a 78-inch wall to an 81-inch wall, and they maintain the 2-inch arch. This has the greatest interior feel of basically any travel trailer, short of something that has some huge 7-foot ceiling, which does exist, but is very rare. So in the lightweight world, nobody else does this. I've not seen anyone else do this in lightweight. So this is an exclusive, best-in-class feature right here. Where do I want to go from here? What that allows them to do is have a taller slide out. Now in this floor plan, the taller slide doesn't really affect the refrigerator. But if you like Rockwoods, but you don't like this floor plan, what the taller slides let them do is put that big refrigerator in a slide out that they couldn't do before. They were limited by the slide height to small fridges. So let's get enough of the changes. Let's get dug into this one. We've got that gorgeous wall-hugging theater recliner, or love seat, whatever you want to call it, sitting directly across from your entertainment. It's at Boardwalk and Park Place. Plus, I love the fact that you can see who's at your front door. That's slick. That's just a small, simple thing, but I like it. We do see this as a couples coach, so rather than a booth, we give you a nice freestanding table here. But with that extension leaf, you can obviously stretch that out, and with a floor flush slide, you can sit 4 or 5 there, 5 if you set an extra chair in the front of it. Big windows, all of which have classic 2-section day and night shades, which you've rarely seen nowadays. You usually see only night shades. Remember, the windows are still tinted outside, so you're getting, if you pull this down, even if somebody presses their nose against that glass, they can't see in your camper. And you can do that. Now, if it's really super hot or super cold, if you pull these shades down, that's called what I call the poor man's thermal pane. It actually has better insulative quality than the RV dual panes out there. That's a fact. I'm not just winging that out there. Front kitchens, like rear kitchens, are great because they give you excellent countertop space, good prep space. This is all true Corian as well. That's another nice luxury feature. They have the best-in-class material used here with a real tile backsplash, by the way. So again, they're not chinsing down on anything. All of our cabinet doors are hardwood with the hidden hinges. So if going down the road, this hinge kind of pops itself open, it's inclined to kind of try to close itself a little bit, which I like. And as Bob Seger would say, like a rock. Great storage over here. I love how they've got all this open up. Now here's another one of those luxury features. They have residential soft closed drawers. That's another true best-in-class feature that's just not matched anywhere else. And I love the wide open kitchen sink here. And remember, you can get to that storage from the outside as well. Now they've recessed both their stainless steel sink as well, or pardon me, they changed the sink. This is stainless. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember the smaller Rockwoods don't have stainless. Excuse me. So they've recessed the stainless sink and their bigger 22-inch oven versus a smaller 16-inch. That gives you even more prep space. So maximum here. So I love the very modern lower freezer on this too. That is a nice touch. You can, if you notice, these are double ducted. You have 2 AC runs that go down the RV to give you greater airflow. You can build this with 30 amp service. You can, and again, options can vary. So this can be 30 amp service. These can have a 13,500 BTU air, which we will rarely do and leave that way. Or you can add a 15,000, or you can upgrade to 50 amp. And have second air prep or second airs. A lot of times in Rockwood Signatures, what we'll do is we'll make them 50 amp service and a pair of air conditioners to give you great airflow. Plus, if you live in a hotter part of the country and we deliver this RV to your front door, which we do all the time, by the way, it'll be very comfortable for you as well. I like the very indiscreet, like simple hallway here. They didn't spend a lot of money jazzing it up where they didn't need to. You're not going to stand in the hallway to, you know, hang out. So the taller ceiling means this is a big person friendly ultralight. Plus with that extra arch, you see you actually gain, hit my head, you gain more headroom over here. The other dealers that watch us, because I know that you do watch my videos, and I know that our RV reps give you my videos to train you. Wonder if you knew that I knew that. You're probably laughing right now, but that's fine. You keep showing my videos in your dealership, and I'll keep selling your customers like we do every single day. Max Air fans here, the bigger fans. These come with the roof vent covers from Rockwood. So you don't have to spend this $50 to $75 aftermarket to add the bigger fan cover on here. That's included standard. By the way, this sink is extra deep. You can see, you can actually get your hands in here, and this is stone cast, not plastic, so this is hot water resistant. I don't think you could possibly get enough hot water out of that sink to even affect it. We do have the larger radius shower here. Not only is it tall, but it gives you extra elbow room, and something Rockwood's always been one of the best for is extra storage in the bathroom for linens, extra clothes, what have you. They've always been fantastic for that. Now, this has a true bedroom master suite, which is something not all trailers have. This has a fifth wheel level bedroom, and walk in, poof, again, one switch lighting. It's gorgeous in here. They have the best underbed storage I've ever seen. And I wanted to leave this up because I didn't want to forget to talk about it. First of all, instead of having to lift the bed all the time from the inside, it's funny that they put struts on it. You really don't need them because the storage comes to you. This is also a nice way to get to see some of the internal skeleton of the RV, because you can see that everything is aluminum framed. They do that to keep the structure up and the weight down. Camera goes fuzzy. There it goes. Now, areas where they screw through the aluminum, they stuff it with a lightweight wood to give the screw something to bite into, and that keeps that aluminum tube from getting crushed. It's an extra thing they do at Rockwood everybody else doesn't always do. Some brands, not all. There are some things you'll see in here that some brands do, but not all of them. Now this is a Serta, and this is a King. That is a 70 by 80 fifth wheel King, residential size King right here. Absolutely awesome. Yet, because they planned on you putting a King here, they didn't build this with a Queen and then offer an upgrade to a King. They expected a King bed to be here. That meant that they built the slide wide enough to accommodate side stands with outlets for your CPAP machines and phone chargers. I don't even have all the lights on in here, and it's still plenty bright and incredible. Cross breeze windows in the headboard, and because they planned on this, they left you extra walk-around space around the bed. Case in point, I can just walk around the bed. I don't have to do the travel trailer shuffle to try to get past here. It's easy to get through. And instead of doing a rear wall wardrobe, which is heavy and adds a lot of weight right on that back wall, generally not a structural issue, but it can kind of be a little bit of a bouncy ride. That opened up the opportunity for a window, and they put all that wardrobe space over here. So you're still getting fantastic storage. I mean, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my gosh, we got 8 drawers right here. Not to mention plenty of hanging wardrobe space. Rear bedroom TV is an option. Sometimes we have that in, sometimes we don't. It depends on the deals we get from the factory and incentive packages. The hookups over here, you've got all kinds of hookups for any charger you could ever imagine. Everything in this is just on point. I can't find anything I dislike about this. The fact that they went both taller and maintained the arch ceiling, to me, is absolutely awesome. And it's another just glaring example of how far ahead in the lightweight world Rockwood is. Don't get me wrong, this stuff didn't come free. You know, you're paying for these upgrades and these differences and the luxury. But if you're looking for the last one ever, if you're looking at this maybe on a payment basis, you seriously could be looking at the difference of like $12 a month different between this and the one with less equipment. I mean, all things being equal, which one would you rather have? Because I know the answer is pretty easy for me. So, give us a call, learn more. 800-256-5196, Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.